Morning, everyone. So glad to be here and to speak to all of you. Hopefully, everybody's woke up eventually after yesterday. So let's just see if this works. Yeah, that's me. So my name is Grzegorz, but you can call me Greg. Don't bother, because it's hard in pronunciation. I would like to show you a little bit. Can you hear me right? Maybe I should, be like this. I don't know. I would like to talk to you about the tribe management model. Have anyone of you heard about it, maybe? All right. So what I would like to show you today is how it can affect the time to market factor, how it can affect cost decrease on the implementation of e-commerce and basically any product or implementation with a IT software delivery, anything like this. So, as I said, I'm Greg. I'm a manager at Divante, it's an e-commerce software house, and yeah, that's me. And since 3 years, I'm a tribe master as well. In a little while, I will tell you what that means and what that stands for. And we are e-commerce software house. We are basically making sure that our customers are very successful in the online channel on different areas, starting with the Magento implementations, ending up on the View Store from PWA solutions. So what I would like to tell you about today is about my thought that recently comes to my mind is that these times are really crazy and everybody is, trying to go faster, to have a better solutions, to have a better experience on the front-end side. They want higher conversion, and it's all about going harder and trying better to have a better quality on your e-commerce solutions and everything that they are up to. And this also connects with something that I found out with talking with our customers on the sales process, offering process, and also after implementations that they are looking to outsmart the competition, to be the first one on the market, to be the smartest one in terms of effectiveness and earning money, basically. So the three major factors that I could think about talking with our customers is time to market, obviously. I mean, everybody wants to be the first ones, and in terms of probably the new product that is on the market. They want to release it as fast as they can. So that's the first thing that comes to mind when you are talking with the customer, and if you are the customer. And also cost of implementation. That's the other factor that comes up to mind. And basically because, for example, if you are migrating from Magento 1 to Magento 2, you don't want to pay twice for the implementation that you already did, right, with the first platform. So you want to beat this as low as you can do this with your partner. And the third one, and not the third one, but basically that's the most important one, is ROI, right? So return on investment. And today I would like to show you how, without making trade-offs, without making cut-offs on, I don't know, scope of the project, budgeting, maybe, increase the effectiveness of the process, lower the cost, and have a better time to market. So, yeah. So in IT and in implementations, time equals money, basically, because you pay for the amount of time needed to develop a certain product. And that, with the fact that ROI is based on return and cost, means that if we can do something as a, sorry for the circles, but PowerPoint and stuff. If you can lower the time of the implementation, you can lower the cost of the implementation, so that means that you can have a higher ROI and quicker ROI because the time to market is faster. So I was thinking about this and thinking about how to address this need of the customers, how to make us better in terms of serving the customer needs of the implementation in e-commerce. And the thing that I figured it out, and we figured it out as a company, is tribe management. So the way of setting the team to work effectively, to learn from their experiences, and to work faster, harder, stronger, you know. So that will be something that will be all over the presentation. You know, I will try to stand up for this first slide. So what the tribe model is exactly. Basically, the first ones to introduce it was Spotify. Probably all of you heard about it. Like the really successful company, at the beginning they were a startup as everybody. So, but they grew really quickly, and they needed a way of structuring the company to just support it, to scale it up. And they invented this tribe model management. And I don't know if you can see it correctly, but I will try to make it simple. Don't see a whole picture, just let's go one by one. So the simplest part of the tribe is a squad. And it's nothing different than the Scrum team, project team, basically. But Scrum team consisting all round of specialists needed to develop the product, in this case, e-commerce solution, from end to end. So it's managers, designers, developers, testers, business analysts. And they have a single goal, they have a single mission to deliver the best quality and to work with each other, and they are working with each other constantly. The second thing is a tribe. So tribe is consisting of several squads. And what does mean is that this is like an environment, common environment for them to work with. And it could be based, for example, and in my case, it's technology. So I have a tribe which is taking care of Magento implementations, and it's having like 4 to 5 squads which are working for our customers. So they have a common ground, common experiences that they are basing on, and that helps them to develop really quickly. The other thing is the chapter. So chapter is a way of communicating between tribes. So if you have 1 or 2 or 3 or multiple tribes, you need a way for them to share knowledge between each others. And one way to do this is the chapter. So chapter is basically a group of specialists from the one area. And for example, business analysts. So they are at the top of the tribes, they are communicating with each other, finding way to have a better solutions, better work procedures. And the last but not least is a guild. So guild, I will explain it on our way of working with tribes, because as you will see over this presentation, it's not that ready-to-use solution that you can, take care. You can take the Spotify model and adapt it to your company. I mean, you need to figure this out eventually for yourself. So to make it simpler, that's our way of consisting the squads and how we are working. So as I said before, they consisting like backend developers, technical leaders. In charge of them is a project manager. I mean, in charge. He is helping them achieve the better quality, organize the work, communicating with other squads, and he's like a mentor for them. And I have several squads in my tribe. That's the bigger picture of it. So on the left side you see tribe A, which is my tribe, and it's called A team. So how cool is that? In a moment I will say to you about the identity of the tribes, because that's really important in terms of forming a team that will work with each other for a longer period of time. So the A team, and it's consisting of the squads which are working with each other, but they are having their own assignments, right? And also we have a second Magento tribe in the company, which is called F5, so like a button on the keyboard. And they are also working on the Magento projects. They also have this solid ground, and between us there is a guild. So we are forming a guild of 2 tribes which are cooperating and try to figure. We have different identities. However, we have a common ground in the technical background, and what we are focusing on is delivering the best e-commerce experiences for our customers. And on top of that, you have, and as you see, we have these chapters which are helping us communicate on the like expertise level. So testers are communicating with each other, developers are communicating with each other, and everybody that have the shared experiences are trying to share the knowledge. And on top of that, we have 2 persons in each tribe which are handling this to work this in the best manner. So tribe master, which I am, and it's kind of supervisor, but I would like to think about this like he's a leader. He's a guy who is taking care and making sure that all of the members of the tribe are working accordingly to their own settlement and procedures. They are delivering the best quality. They have what they need to have in terms of delivering the best experiences. And also, it's like a supervisor in terms of salaries and agreements and motivation and so on. Also, on the other hand, we have tribe lead. So that's, in this case, architect. So the tribes are Magento tribes. So the common ground is technology. So we have architect, the best one in the room to talk about technology in terms of Magento, in this case. So he can give the directions. He can coach and be mentor as well for the developers and specialists to go further with this. So that's our setup. And now what I would like to talk about is the basic concept of how tribes work and what they are better than departments or like group of teams that are working in the same company. So basically, common goal. In my tribe, we are focusing on e-commerce implementations, and that's simple as that. And our goal is basically to develop the best e-commerce platform there is and there can be on Magento for our customers and to suit their needs. And the common goal makes this really cool thing that everybody is focused on delivering this this goal, not the one project, but to develop it for the multiple customers and learning from it, like implementation by implementation. Common environment. So you need to make sure that your tribe and the people within it are sitting in the same room or at this same area, have the same area for meetings, to make them feel close to each other, to cut the communication channels, to make things simpler and to make things faster. So eventually, if I am sitting with developers and one of them, figure out the way how to deal with some problem in one project, he can basically turn back to another one and share the knowledge with him if he is in need for this problem. So that's really cool, because with most of the project teams, the only common ground on which they are seeing each other is, for example, planning meetings or retrospectives. These guys are seeing each other each day, and they know each other really well. So that's a better quality also. Shared identity, as I said to you, my tribe is A-team, and when I was figuring figured this out, that they will be calling themselves A-team, it was like 2 reasons. One of them is that we were the first tribe in the company, so I would like to address it by this A thing, but the other thing is that I wanted them to feel like a team, and I wanted them to feel like as cool as they can feel. So the A team is really fine thing, and that's the shared identity. They're feeling that they are special about what they are achieving within this group of people. Also, that gives them sense of belonging, and the thing that they are sitting with each other and they are having me as a mentor and supervisor with a 30-person team, because that's 30 specialists. That means that it's minimum bureaucracy. I mean, the decision level is really simple and really quick, the decision process itself. High alignment and high autonomy. So with my team, I'm working already for 3.5 years, and that allows me to build a trust with them and them to build a trust with each other. And that means that they are I don't hesitate to give them responsibility, to distribute the responsibility, and to give them power to make decisions without consulting even. So that's really an idea of making things very effective and very independently in terms of e-commerce implementation on any implementation. So that's really cool facts about the tribe approach, and which are finding really helpful in terms of forming a team. And now, how it could affect an e-commerce implementation, and I think any implementation which consists software or any product development. So usually, I made this really simple because I don't want to get into much details because it varies and it looks differently with each case. But simply it starts with an idea, with discovery phase, with defining the requirements, with defining what is the business goal for the project, for the product itself, and how you want to develop it, and with whom probably, with what partner. Then there is a preparation, and for me that's a really long process, not in terms of tribe, but in terms of product and project itself, because you need to form a team, you need to form a common ground and environment for work, you need to develop the procedures to develop and to deliver, and you need to basically decide how you want to achieve these business goals that were defined on this discovery phase. Then there is a planning, so you have a way to discover the scope and the backlog of the project, and you are defining what you will be working on for the next 2 to 3 months or even more. So then simply, it's as simple as that. It's agile development, you choose methodology, how to deliver it, and you are going sprint by sprint probably to deliver the software. And then going live, UAT testing. So that's the basic concept of the development and implementation process. So I started to think about how to make it more effective, faster, in order to deliver this quicker time to market and give the better experience for our customers and to win deals basically. So the first thing to take care of is the preparation. If you could think about having a team that don't need to develop these procedures and common mindset to deliver the software, that's a huge savings in time. I mean, with my team, for example, with the A team, is like we are developing the Magento implementations. And that's, simple as that. It's like case by case, you are just choosing different modules, you are choosing different customizations, but the ground for it is simple, like it's Magento. So it's nothing shocking with each case that we are taking over. And so the dream that I had is that if I am working with the team for like half a year, and it takes them 2 to 3 months to find this way to cooperate, to find themselves about their skill set and how they would like to work with each other, define the procedures and find out how to deliver the best quality, then suddenly you have 2 months of hard work to deliver before go live, and then the team is turned apart and they are going in their own directions. And I was always having this dream to keep them in that team, in that environment, and take them to another project. And that's all what tribe model is. I mean, you are taking team that is well established, that they know each other, they know their habits, they know their skill set, they know how to cooperate with each other, and you give them to another customer, to another project, to develop the higher quality, to learn from their experiences, to even don't have to figure out the way of working, only figure out the way to serve the customer needs. So I'm cutting off not the scope of the project, not the rates of the implementation for like a business hour. I'm cutting the process, make it more effective with managing my team. So the preparation goes away. Then the agile development becomes more agile even, because they know how to work with it, they know how to deliver. So with that in mind, you have, you see what I did there, right? It's shrinked. It's faster, it's stronger, it's better. So you lowering the time to market, you make it more effective. The team is consistently improving. They are working, learning from each other, and that is making the implementation process more easy, less risky, and the satisfaction of the client is going up. The effect, like the end effect, and the implementation is better quality. And yeah, I have this on another slide, like real impact. The better quality, like quicker delivery, and everything is start to go out the way simply. And also the team, is the higher motivation. They are focused on the goal. They know how to work with each other, and there is no surprises. I mean, the best feeling in the world is when you are going to work and you see the persons we do really know. Like it's not like a big open space in which you are cooperating with the guys you don't know even the names. You know them really well. You know their families. You know what they are into right now, in personal life. So it's kind of making the work environment pretty nice, basically. It's not only about the work, it's also about the cooperation and feeling good. Something that I need to mention here, higher expertise and motivation and fast decisions and planning. So the things that I said before. So I wasn't myself, I will not tell you about the flip side of that. So because, I'm talking that, higher force is stronger, the team is highly motivated, the customer is, well satisfied. But also there is some challenges that you need to face if you want to choose this model of working. And I just wanted to make it clear. I mean, you can do this with the development team as if you are an agency, but you can do this also with the e-commerce team that you are establishing for your e-commerce solution, basically, for your online channel. That's really important to think about this, because what I see with our merchants is that e-commerce team is consisted with different representatives from different departments, for example. And they are not really a team, after all. They are just a group of people which is responsible for delivering an e-commerce solution. So that's not fine. I think it's much more better to have them in one room, to have them cooperate, to have them know each other, and to have them, this clear mindset and one goal to deliver. So, the challenges. It's not ready-to-use solution. So see, what does this mean? Is that you don't take the Spotify model and simply adapt it to your company, because, I mean, it varies and it's different with each case, because you have different structure in your company, you have different culture within your company, you have different competences and different people, because it's all about leadership as well. I mean, this tribe master and tribe lead, they are really important persons in this whole idea. So if you don't have a real leadership within your company, it will be hard for you. If you don't have really strong culture based on trust, you will not be successful at it. So, and it's also not about the names. I mean, a team or unit or whatever you want to call it. It's a name, it's a cool name, it's making a sense of belonging. However, it will not make this work. So it's really important to be aware of those challenges. And one of which is not mentioned on this slide, but also making guys and girls and everybody within the team, specialists, working together within one team and make them more aligned. If you have several tribes within your company, if you're an agency, you also need to think about how to make them cooperate between each other, because it's really hard, because they are more aligned inside the tribe, but outside the tribe it's differences, and the people doesn't know each other because they are so focused on what's next to them. So you need to figure out the way how to prevent them from doing this, and how to make this company a platform for those tribes to cooperate. That's really important. Okay, so enough of the theory. That's my tribe, the A team. Not all of them are here because of the GDPR thing, but that's my team. Really nice people. I work with them for more than 3 years. I mean, maybe over those 3 years, we have like 2 persons that switched the companies. So the fluctuation of resources is really low. They are highly motivated. We are checking this with questionnaires each year. So, and they are smiling. I mean, the guy on the right is really like, how to say, let's call it like this. But he is a DevOps, so you need to understand this. That's the other form. So I told you about the guilds and about the F5 tribe. So that's the second one, and we called ourselves Magento Sharks. You feel it, right? You see the logo. So that's about the shared identity and sense of belonging. So that's really important. And it's really cool to have these people in one room, in one place, and to work with each other. And seriously, because that's the fun part of it. But the formal stuff and the professional stuff is that you can make this work effectively and lower the time to market and just make it more enjoyable experience, like developing the e-commerce solution. Okay, I wanted to give you some numbers because we are working with each other for like 3 years already, more than 3 years, so I figured out the way how to measure the outcome. So only the second project that we did with Magento implementation, it took us 7 weeks, which was really, really short amount of time for e-commerce implementation on Magento. I found out that 30% increase in team velocity, so throughout the project implementation. So that's time is money, and we are saving money here. Also 20% savings on budget and schedule. So it's faster, harder, stronger, That's really, really effective. And the team motivation, the team alignment is through the roof. I mean, the guys are enjoying working with each other, and it's like in a relationship. It's like a family, If someone is mad at someone, they are just figuring this out because they know that they will work with each other for the next couple of months or years. So it's not like, I'm getting rid of the developer because he's screwing with other ones. No, they are a team, so they need to figure this out. So that's a kind of way to address the challenges which will come. And the one thing that I would like to leave you with, apart of cutting the budget, I mean, you can do this at later stages. Cutting the scope, cutting the budget, lowering the rates, trying, to make discounts, to make the offer stands, try to deliver and to set up the team at first. Set up a way of working which will make it effective, which will make it faster, stronger, better, and which will deliver all the necessary things that you need to deliver as a solution provider. Also, if you are a merchant or customer, you need to have this sense of belonging within your e-commerce team because that's one of the main channels, if not the main one. So just remember, start with the team and then start to cut things and making trade-offs. Thanks, that was all that I had to share today. And if you have any questions, I don't know if we have spare time. That's the last speech, so basically, thank you. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask me now, or we can talk later because there is a coffee break or before a closing speech probably. Yep.
What is the, let's say, soft limit of the size of a tribe? So why do you have like 1 tribe or 5 tribes?
That's a good question. So in our company, we figured out that the best amount of people within the tribe would be 30, 35. With Spotify, for example, they have like 70, 80, but they have different way of working this out. That's what I talked about earlier, to adapt this methodology to your needs. So if the tribe lead and tribe master need to be able to take care of them in effective manner and respectful manner, it should be 30, 35 people, not more, because then it's like a big department with a supervisor that is only doing feedbacks. And the amount of tribes, it's not a limit. It's about scalability. So it's a very flat layer. So you have like management board, maybe some board of directors, and then you have tribes with tribe leads and tribe masters. So it's very flat structure, so you can, scale this up within the limits. Yep.
You're taking on a project, like a, a new Magento build or something like that. Is that something that is assigned to the individual squad, or is that the tribe as a whole, and then you divide up the work among the squad?
Actually, both things. It's what you expect from them. If you have a product or a project that needs to be, let's say, there will be 30 persons working on it, 30 specialists. I would suggest to have a tribe out of it, and then to divide it into squads working on a certain features, for example, checkout, for example, product listing, and integrations, right? And they will have, because it's all about making them focus on a certain amount of work that needs to be done. So their common ground on the tribe level would be the project itself, the delivery, but within the squads, you can, focus them on different areas. And then the tribe will make them cooperate and work with each other, and then eventually if someone is missing or sick or something, they can exchange the knowledge and work this out. So it's all about your needs and expectations. You can figure out the way how to use this structure, and both ways are okay. Any other questions? All right, so thank you very much for today, and if you have any background questions or you want to know some insights, just approach me after the speech or on the coffee break, and enjoy the rest of the day and you're spent in New York. Thanks so much, and bye.